Hey everybody, it's me, it's M-A-T-T, Matt, and I am back with you with another edition of Matt's Movie Maniac Corner. Or at least that's the name I'm going with as of now. I will probably change it in the near future. I'm not really a fully on board and hip to that name. If anybody has any suggestions, hit me up and all that jazz. I like to listen to you guys and have suggestions for movies to review as well. Today's a great one. It is a what I would call a heavyweight, a monster, a beast in the the body horror community. It's one of the better ones that exist out there. I mean, there's a lot of great ones, but this is definitely one of the cream of the crops. It's from 1987. It stars Mike, Lackey, Bill Chepil, Vic Noto. Both Bill and Vic are amazing in there. You got Mike Sferrazza, Jane Arakawa, Nicole Porter, Pat Ryan, Clarenze, Jarmon, and Bernard Perlman. Yes, I know I murdered a lot of those names, and it's directed by James M. Muro. And if you hadn't noticed, from reading what the name of this review is, it is none other than Street Trash. Yes, this is a fun movie. I feel like this should be a staple amongst the horror community. If you have not watched this, do yourself a huge favor and do so. This is the 2-disc Synapse Meltdown Edition, as you can see from the top here, Meltdown Edition. As far as the cover art goes, there's just that on the front, and there's this on the inside for you to look at, which is nice. You have a nice little interior artwork that when you open it up. It's a 2-disc set. You get. Whoop, let me flip them around here. Oh, that one isn't going to do it. There we go. Alright, you got disc 1 right here, which is the feature, and then disc 2, which is all the special features. And it is loaded, packed to the gills with special features, guys. And it's got a nice little insert card with a little bit of trivia, or just a little note from the filmmakers themselves. It's very, very cool. As far as special features, here we go, guys. Let me break that there for you. Go ahead and pause that for if you guys want to take a gander at that. Once again, this is the Synapse 2-disc Meltdown Edition. Very, very easy to track down a copy of Street Trash. At least, if you don't want this, it does have a Blu-ray, I believe. I'm a sucker for the old DVDs, just for fun reasons. I don't know. I'm kind of I'm old, and I have so many DVDs in my collection. I just don't feel like restarting again with Blu-ray. Granted, don't get me wrong, I do collect Blu-rays, just not as many as I do DVD. DVDs are granted, they are old and they're going out of print for a lot of the bigger stuff, but it's still staying around for all my favorite underground independent films, which they will always stick with the DVD, or at least have a DVD format. Not always. A lot of the underground will be DVD, VHS, and Blu-ray. Just depends on who you get it from. I'm pretty sure you can still, if you look around, you can get a sweet VHS of this one. I don't know what it's going for as far as costs on that end of the spectrum, but it is one that if you only collect VHS, I highly suggest this one. What is it about? It's about a group of homeless folks that basically more about two brothers, and they all live in this old junkyard with an interesting owner who's this very, very rotund man who is a pervert, who is constantly trying to pick up on his female employee, who is played by Jane Arakawa. And she's not going for it. She thinks he's an obvious creeper. It's kind of gross. There, he's not your ideal person. At one point, there is a girl that is left for dead, gang raped, and dies, and he comes up and rapes the corpse of the said girl. That shows the how nasty this man is, and and then it turns out that the person gets syphilis because of it, which is even more gross because you've not only defiled a corpse, but you also got an STD in the process, which is that's a double whammy. That's doubly gross. Okay, and then so you got that guy. You got the Jane Arakawa playing the love interest to one of the brothers, and I think that's the one played by Mark Sferrazza, or however his name is pronounced. It's either him or Pat Ryan. I can't remember which one. No, Mike Lackey is the older brother. I do know that, and he's the one that has the beard, and he kind of looks like a hippie, Jesus with short hair and a hat. He's the basically the main star of the film, and he is does his daily hustle, steal whatever it is he's got to do for the day. Without getting beat up by the local bad guys which are consist of the local mafia, the head of the homeless people, which is Bronson, and his henchman. I forget what his name is right now. It's like Frizzy or Fizzy or something like Wizzy or Cheesy or something like that. He got it without getting him to attack him as well. So he's got this group of people to avoid, and then the police get involved, which I forget what the main cop's name is, but he's played by Bill Chepil. Who was a retired police officer himself, which is awesome. He was just great. He's got some of the best one-liners in this entire movie. He has two great fight scenes, one with a tough guy from the mob, and then the other one with Bronson, which Bronson is this hulking Vietnam veteran that's gone completely off the deep end, and he is basically the head of all this group of homeless people, the street trashes as they're called in the junkyard. And it's crazy because they almost treat him like a king, even though he's just a lunatic that has come in and basically took over everything by rule of fear, because he is such a ferocious evil man that he scares everybody. The guy carries a knife that's made of a femur bone that has been sharpened. So it's, you're getting stabbed with a sharpened bone. At one point, it like shows him with this said bone knife. It's crazy, very, very, very cool. Without giving too much more away, I'm going to go ahead and jump into some ratings. I would say on a 1 to 5 scale, on the technical side, this one's pretty middle of the road. I would say a 3 on that one. And then as far as like a entertainment side, it's 3 middle of the road on the technical side. As far as entertainment, it's a solid 5. This is one of those that should be watched by each and every one of you. And if you don't, you've done yourself a horrible disservice, and you should not be part of the horror community. JK, I'm kidding. I would never say that. I am one of the most accepting horror fans that there is. You can watch whatever films it is you like, as long as that there is that common ground of film, which is beautiful. I am friends with other people that don't really watch horror films, but they watch other films in general, and we like to talk about those as well, not just horror. I'm not just a one-trick pony, though. I am like 95% though horror. Always will be, and always, 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 always. Always have and always will be. Alright, guys. So we got a 3 and a 5 on that one. Go ahead and choose which you want out of that. I would round it down to a 4 just because we'll cut it in half with the 3 and the 5. We'll give it a 4 overall. Go ahead and give it a watch, guys. I love your faces as always. Great. Have a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, whenever it is you're watching this. You know the routine. I hope you're having a fantastic time with all those people that you love. And you know the other thing I like to do, it's always known as peace. Ah!